Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to teach you how to make a really cool electro bass, and I'm also going to show you another trick inside of Silence, which we're going to be using today. How to make kind of like a knife party bass, like that high-pitched formant kind of bass. So before we get started, I already have a drum loop preset. I'm using a drum rack just consisting of 4 kicks and a snare, so something like this. Tempo's at 127. Now, I told you we're going to be using Silence today. So you're going to drag it out, create a new MIDI track, put it in, and we're going to click menu, initial preset. Now I'm just going to click here. You guys can type it in with, play it on your keyboard, record it. I'm just going to click a couple notes just to get a basic melody or something. Just something like this. Alright, so that'll work for now. Okay, so go back into Silence. Or actually, before we get into that, really fast, click go to your devices, your live devices, click compressor, drag a compressor out here because we're gonna side chain it a little bit. So in order to do that, click this arrow right here, click side chain. Input from the, in this case we're using a drum rack, and we're going to compress a little bit. Bring the ratio about to 2.5-ish. Make sure it's on FF2, and bring this threshold down to 28. So now it should sound like this. Just to give it a little side chain to it. Okay, so back into Silence. Click that, and we're going to make the preset. So first what we're going to do is oscillator A1, just drag it down to -3. Change the saw wave to, change the waveform to that one like that, and 2 voices. Or -2, not -3, sorry. But depending on what note you play it on in there, you can bring it down 1 octave or bring it up, depending. It should sound like this though. Okay, an oscillator B1. This is for later on. You don't have to use this, but this is to get the formant kind of sound. So we're gonna bring it to that, and for now we'll leave it at nothing. We're gonna come back to this and put the volume to 5.67. Just like that. But if you want to turn it on, click one voice. This is how it would sound. Okay, but for now we're going to leave that with 0. We're going to come back. Click the effect for distort. Bring the distort amount up to, make sure it's on overdrive, and bring it up to 7.5. Now you don't have to do this in here. You can put in external plugins and effects, like such as Omnicide and Sausage Fattener, to make it thicker and more distorted. But we're just going to do it in here for now, and make sure that's at 100. Okay. For the EQ, gonna put the bass at 7. Bring it down a little bit. Or 7. Sorry, 7.14. The bass frequency, I'm going to put at 95. That'll work. Treble at 8.5. That'll work. Treble frequency 37, 35. There, that'll work. So right now it just sounds like this. Now if you turn this on, okay, so now what you're going to do in order to get the really thick bass effect, you're going to just name this layer 1 or bass 1, whatever you want, and duplicate it so that it'll be like a thicker sound. But now, before you play that, we're going to edit this track, edit this Silence to give it a little different sound to it, change the waves a little bit. So in Silence, this one, the layer 2. Make sure you change that so you don't get confused. Gonna bring this to oscillator A1 to -1 or -2. Like I said, it's gonna depend on where you put the note in the track. So we'll try to -1 octave. You're gonna bring the saw wave to that one. Turn the voices to 3, and bring the volume down a little bit to 8.24, 8.2, somewhere around there. That'll work. Now, for B1, bring it down to -2, and bring the same saw wave as that one, and put one voice on it. Effects, distortion, we're going to change it a little bit. Distortion in this one going to be 5.4 instead of 7.4, a little less distorted. That'll work. And make sure that's 100. And then EQ, bring the bass up a little bit to 7.2, 7.3. That'll work. Bass frequency to 116. Treble to 8.07, and the treble frequency, that's good. So now you should get a sound that sounds like this. Make sure this is playing. That should be your bass. And now if you want to go back into layer 1, click silence, the wrench, and add that voice to the higher lead, or to get that knife party sound, that formant lead, sound like this. So be sure to check out my new stuff. I'm going to be putting up a couple more tutorials, and check out for my new song. I put up a preview of my newest song, Amber, which is an electro kind of song that I'm going to be releasing very soon. So stay tuned and check it out.